The day I was diagnosed, this nice nurse came and she said, "I'm sorry." She said, "Are you okay?" And I remembered thinking, yeah, actually, I told her, I said, I'm actually relieved. And she says, "You are?" I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "At least I've got a target to shoot at now." I said, "Before I thought I was losing my mind." And I still feel that way.
This can't be happening to me.
If you know what it is, you can much more accurately accommodate the problem.
We kind of suspect, as Dad was saying, we'd seen these signs, and he'd gone through. It wasn't just the tremor. It was, the feeling of, just depression and
not sleeping well at night.
Not sleeping, and Parkinson's takes in a range of things. We just thought, honestly, at one time, you almost had like a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, I thought I was losing it. Parkinson's is fairly simple diagnostically. The neurons, a disease or something that they don't understand, begins to make the dopaminergic cells in the brain die. These cells are the ones that transmit. You think, "I'm going to get up and walk across the room," and then your legs pick you up and you walk across the room. In the Parkinsonian's brain, the transmitters between I think I'm going to walk across the room, and then the muscles walk across the room, is slowly destroyed. So it's not that you're not thinking the right things, it's not coming out because the signal's not getting through.
But early on, Dad, his depth perception wasn't quite right, but mainly he was having trouble, like Dad was an announcer, and he was having trouble getting things out and pronouncing things. And I thought, what's the matter? Why can't you say those things like you always did?
It was just about the time I signed with the Fox News Channel in New York as their voice. And I began to notice that when I was really straining, because I was trying to do it so right and keep the client, that I push real hard to get it to either low enough or loud enough or up enough or down far enough, and I do kind of a little move like that with my wrist. Mom saw it one time downstairs. She said, "Hey, that thing you're doing with your hand?" And I said, "Oh yeah." She said, "Well, you might not want to do that. It might be a put off for your producers." And I agreed, and I said, "Yeah, I'll stop it." Well, a year later, she saw me downtown. She came to pick me up at Wheeler Audio, and I was still doing it. And she said, "Weren't you going to stop that?" And I said, "I can't. I can't make it stop, and I don't know what it is." So it took me. Ran for another year or two, and it just got more pronounced and more pronounced and more pronounced. And I was truly worried that I was losing my mind. At the time, I don't think I'd ever known anybody with Parkinson's. Nobody in my family ever had Parkinson's. It was just this kind of surprise ailment that I said, "What's Parkinson's?" And he said, "Well, it's a progressive neurological disease. It kind of comes and goes like a wave of, I call it up days and down days. And the down days are when you can't think very well, you can't focus very well, you don't speak very well, you may not even walk very well because you're kind of dizzy, then that'll last for a day or so, and then you'll have a week or two of up days where you just, with an occasional tremor in your right arm, you feel pretty much like you've always felt. The pharmaceuticals I've got now help with the tremor and like that.
The medication that Dad's on makes him very sleepy. So
my evenings end a little sooner than they used to.
So if we're out, a lot of times, I'll look across. Dad will be sitting next to me, and I'll look across, and the guy's talking and pouring out his heart, and I'll look over at Dad, and his eyes are closed. It's like, so I'll give him like a nudge under the table. Wake up, then he'll kind of a year ago, I think, come on, Drew, come on, you gotta go. I kept wanting him to be the way he was, but he can't be. And I mean, it finally, dawned on me, he just cannot go.
I was really doing the best that I could.
Right.
And going as fast as I thought I could.
Right. So I try to remember that and everything. It's hard. It's really hard. Because you hate it for them. What he deals with every day. And it's just that slow grinding, inch by inch decline. That's what's just makes it hard. So I just take it a day at a time. I think otherwise it'd be just too hard. And I mostly feel for Dad. He's the one in the body that's not working right. And he's been very courageous.
Well,
so what do? You just do the best you can.
It's like my granddad used to say, why should I worry about something I can't do anything about? If it's my destiny, then that's my destiny.
So
I'm just a person like anybody else, and first I asked, why me? Why did this have to happen to me? And then I thought about it. I thought, well, why not me? I still hope to be instrumental in helping find a better treatment or a cure for Parkinson's. And
definitely.
If I do, that'll be great. If I don't, at least as Gramps used to say, go down swinging.
You have been swinging, honey. Tried your best.
I feel sometimes like a person lad.
Like a what?
Like a person lad. I like singing and performing, winter skiing, and long walks along the beach. But seriously, I do like all those singing, performing, winter skiing, and long walks along the beach. And if, with a little luck and some great effort on the part of smarter people than I'll ever be, maybe someday I'll get to do all those things again.
I feel bad that, Dad, a lot of Dad's abilities have been cut.
You gotta have faith.
Just gotta make the most of what you do have.
Yeah.